Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Good morning to my students under Layer 3, which is the introduction to industrial security. So let's summarize the content of what we have learned, what we have discussed during the prelim and midterm. So this is the another information that you could use for you to be able to fully understand the content of the layer 3 subject. So as we all know that we have Republic Act number 5487. Always remember this one as amended by PD number 11. So this is called as Private Security Agency Law. So meron tayong mga words na describe yung mga important details, important personalities, important terminologies para maintindihan natin lalo yung layer 3. So meron tayong private detective agency. So always remember the definition because during the examination mostly is definition of terms. So this definition is provides that any person who for hire or rewardor or commission conducts or carries on or holds himself out as conducting or carrying on a detective agency or detective services. So meron tayong mga more on nag-conduct ng surveillance, nagka-conduct sila ng tawag dito ng intelligence which is detective form of work. So halimbawa, naghahanap ng nawawalang tao, for example, so doon ka lalapit. So meron din tayong private detective. So yung nauna is the agency. So ngayon, yung private detective is referring to a person who is not a member of a regular police agency or armed forces who does detective work for hire, reward, or commission. So this is a private. Ibig sabihin, diretso tayo. Pupunta sa kanila, hindi sila kasali sa PNP or sa armed forces. So meron tayong tinatawag na PADPAO. Always remember the acronym PADPAO, which means Philippine Association of Detective and Protective Agency Operators. So saan natin makikita yan? So sa mga security guard. Di ba? Sa mga security guard. So watchman, security guard, person who offers or renders personal service to watch or secure either residential or business establishment or both or any building, compound, or area for hire or compensation or as employee thereof. So meron tayong mga yung mga security guard natin. So makikita natin sa mall, makikita natin sa mga pawn shop, makikita natin sa mga bahay. So they are rendering services, personal services to a residential or business establishment. So security agency in a person, association, partnership, or corporation who recruits, trains, master, furnishes. So lahat ng nabanggit dyan, so it's either private or government-owned or controlled corporation. Ibig sabihin, for example, yung let us say meron tayong Meralco, yung security guard doon, di ba? So who may organize security agency? So sino-sino naman yung sino yung mga pwedeng mag-create ng security agency within the Philippine Archipelago? So number one is any Filipino citizen or a corporation, partnership, or association. So kahit sinong Filipino citizen or ang corporation o partnership o association. So pwede silang mag-create with a minimum capital required by law. So kailangan may minimum capital. So hindi ka po pwedeng mag-establish, gumawa ng isang building kung wala kang kapital na may papakita. So in case of corporation, association, or partnership, must be 100% owned and controlled by Filipino citizens. So ibig sabihin, 100% ang nagpapatakbo niya, ng may-ari niya na ay Filipino. No person shall organize or have interest in more than one agency. So hindi rin po pwede na marami kang agency. So qualification of an operator or manager of a security agency. So ano naman yung mga qualification? So just remember this qualification kung paano sila mag-operate o magmamanage ng security agency. Number one is at least 25 years of age. So, o pwede kayong, halimbawa, kung mga criminologist kayo, college graduate and or commission officer in the inactive service of the AFP. So, ibig sabihin, college graduate o commission officer in the inactive service of the AFP. For example, yung tinatawag nating reservist po pwede. Good moral character, no previous record of any conviction of any crime, offense involving moral turpitude. Ibig sabihin, wala siyang ginawang masama sa kaniyang pamayanan, wala siyang let's say hindi siya nakasira ng maganda yung kanyang puri, hindi siya nakasira ng pangalan ng tao, hindi siya gumawa ng kabulastugan, nagnakaw sa bayan. So, yan. Not suffering from any of the following disqualifications. So, wala siya ni isa dyan. So, meron tayong so, ito sila. Number 1, dishonorably discharged or separate from the AP. So, hindi po pwede na napatalsik, na-dismiss siya. Diba? Mentally incompetent. So, kailangan maayos yung kanyang pag-iisip. Addicted to the use of narcotic drugs, no. So, kailangan hindi siya po pwedeng addicted, habitual drunkard, hindi siya pala inom. An elective or appointed government employees who may be called upon on account of the function of the respective offices in the implementation and enforcement of the provision of RA 5487 and person related to such government employees by affinity or consanguinity in the third civil degree shall not hold any interest directly or indirectly in any security guard agency. Ibig sabihin, kapag nagtatrabaho ka sa government, it's either elective, for example, politician ka, o ikaw ay nagtrabaho sa government agencies, so hindi ka po pwedeng tawag dito, magpatakbo o gumawa ng isang security guard agency. So, the basic qualification of a security guard. So, ito naman yung mga basic qualification. Remember, yung sa nauna is sa operator. Dito naman is kung paano ka magiging security guard. So, number 1 is Filipino citizen, high school graduate, physically and mentally fit, not less than 21 or more than 50 years old, at least 5'4" in height, not suffering from any disqualification under RA 5487. So, yan ang sinasabi natin. So, meron tayong mga sinasabi dito sa RA 5487. Veteran shall be given priority in employment as security guard or private detective. Ibig sabihin, halimbawa, yung mga veterans natin o kaya mga retired, so pwede. Person convicted of any crime involving moral turpitude shall not be employed as security guard or private detective. Oh, yan. Private detective, detective agency, security guard, security agency must first obtain license from the PNP. Of course, kinakailangan nila kumuha ng license sa PNP para makapag-operate. Employed solely for clerical or manual work need not be licensed. So, hindi naman kinakailangan na sila ay lisensyado. The license shall be displayed at all times in a conspicuous, suitable place in the agency of office. So, ibig sabihin, ang lisensya nila o lisensya ng isang is naka-display. The PNP shall exercise general supervision over the operation of all private detective and security guard agencies. Always remember that one. So, ang nag-supervise for the general supervision is the PNP. The city municipal mayors has the power as directed of the city municipal civil defense to deputize private detective and security guard to help maintain peace and order. So, yan yung trabaho ng ating local executive. A security guard or security agency is entitled to possess firearms. So, mayroon silang karapatan. Firearm must not be higher than 45 caliber. So, hindi po pwedeng sumobra ng 45 caliber. Agency is entitled to possess firearm not exceeding 1 firearm for every security guard in its employee. So, mayroon silang karapatan na hindi pwede mag-exceed ng isang firearm ang isang security guard. Security guard is entitled to possess not more than 1 riot gun or shotgun. Okay? Firearm shall be carried by the security guard only during his tour of duty in proper uniform within the compound of the establishment except when he escorts big amount of cash or valuables in or out of said compound. So, yan yung ating security guard. The chief PNP shall prescribe the uniform ornaments. So, ang chief PNP, sila yung magprescribe kung anong susuot ng ating mga security guard. Uniform must be different from the PNP. So, hindi pa pwedeng katulad ng kanilang ng PNP at AFP. Salary of security guard not lower than the minimum wage. So, ibig sabihin, may mga minimum wages sa lahat ng regions na dapat i-follow na ibigay doon sa ating mga security guard.